What's going on, you guys? Today we're gonna be ranking all the planet sets that LEGO has put up. There were about four series of this, and it lasted from 2012 to 2013, which just kind of sucks because it was actually a really cool series and I really liked it. And Series 4 didn't actually have it. They actually didn't really release them in America, which is crazy because those are some of the best ones, and I'm pretty sure they would sell really well in the USA. And I think my friend Liam has some of these, so let's get on to the list. So for our number 12 spot, I have to go with the B-Wing Starfighter and Planet Endor because I just feel like this set is just very, very poor. Because this was 2012, it was really before they had any of the cool, B-Wing pilot helmets, so we just get like a weird visor minifigure dude. And the B-Wing's okay, I guess, but my biggest sin with the set is the Planet Endor. Endor is just a very poor rendition of Endor in the set, in my opinion. It looks very awful. It looks like Hoth or Camino or something like that. And I don't know what they were thinking because there's like green everywhere. They decided to put like blue, make it more snowy. Endor's a forest planet at the end of the day, so I don't know what they were thinking with this one. Definitely a bad set. Let's go on to another, number 11. Next up on the list is a TIE Bomber and Asteroid Field. Now, Asteroid Field, in my opinion, it's not a planet. I'm pretty sure it's not a planet at all. It's just kind of an concept. I don't really like it. It's just kind of weird, in my opinion. It's basically just like a space ball with a bunch of like rocks all over it. But the TIE Bomber's okay. I do actually kind of like the TIE Bomber, but the TIE Pilot, because, once again, this is one of the earlier days, so it's really before they had more of the, cooler designs on, the pilots and stuff, so let's go to number 10. So, next up on our number 10 spot, I chose the X-Wing Starfighter with the X-Wing Pilot and Yavin 4. Yavin 4, it's just okay, I guess. I mean, it's kind of accurate, but at the same time, it's just a bunch of, greens filled in with a bunch of willow to paint stuff. I kind of don't understand that. I guess it's accurate or whatever, but when you look at the images of the actual planet, it looks pretty different. But the X-Wing itself is okay, I guess. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the miniature model builds, but I guess this one's okay. But the X-Wing pilot, what's his name? I think his name is Dak. Because this was before he put printing on the legs, it's just not that good. I think I used to own one. I think I used to own that minifigure actually. Luckily, they later on came out with a better version of him with printed legs in the next year. Next up, I've chosen Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter with R4PI-17 and Planet Camino. Now, Camino, in my opinion, looks extremely accurate. It actually looks how it does in the movie. I think they really did a really good job with that, and sorry about that. And I do like R4 PI7 minifigure. I would prefer they did Obi-Wan, but I guess R4 PI7 works. And the Jedi Starfighter looks pretty good too. So let's go to number 8. Next up we have the Naboo pilot with the Naboo Starfighter and Naboo itself. Now Naboo itself looks kind of like Earth in my opinion, even though it doesn't exactly in just real life. It's it has a bunch of green and blue, which is pretty accurate. The Rebel pilot is okay, but if we were getting this nowadays, it'd obviously be more detailed, but it still looks fine by back then standards. And the Naboo Starfighter is pretty good, even though I would prefer chrome, but that would be more expensive, which is crazy. So considering this says originally $10. I personally believe that all these ships have been $8 in my opinion. I just feel like that's more size accurate to how much they should be worth in my personal opinion. Because when you try to get these sets nowadays, they're going around hundreds of dollars, which is way too much for such small models in my opinion. So let's go on to number 7. Next up on the list is the Republic Assault Ship with the Clone Trooper and Coruscant. Now, for me personally, I do like the Clone Trooper, even though it's on the Maternal side, so just a little bit useless. Not completely useless, just a little bit useless. He's still a cool minifigure though. I love that face print. Anyway, I do like the planet Coruscant. despite it being just a little bit inaccurate, I just like the way it looks. I think on ground, I think when you look at the planet, it does kind of look like that, like outside. And of course, the Republic Assault ship looks pretty good, even though it kind of looks like a Star Destroyer, but it doesn't. I like the little blue spots; those look really good. So anyway, next up at number 6. Next up on the list is Sebulba's pod race with Sebulba and Sebulba in Tatooine itself. I kind of stuttered there. Tatooine actually looks extremely good, extremely accurate. There's like some red, brown, and tan parts, and it's probably one of the better planet pieces. And I do like Sebulba, really good, better than the one from the early 2000s or late 90s or whatever. This is a cheaper way to get them, unlike the $90 set full-size version that you're able to get at Walmart, I think. And of course, Sebulba's project looks very good. My only complaint with it is that instead of using those like little clear parts on the bottom, why not just have like 2 black spear pieces and like connect them to like those other pieces that you see, like, you know what I mean? Like they even have spots for that, but they didn't for some reason. So that's very poor in my opinion. Next up on the list is the AT-AT Walker with the AT-AT Driver and Endor. Now Endor, in my opinion, actually looks way better than how it did in before with the B-Wing. They actually improved over their previous version. And there's a lot more blue. I mean, there's a lot more green than blue, and there's some clouds too. That even rhymes. And I do like the AT-ST Walker. Looks really good. It reminds me of the 2004 version. So we also got the AT-ST Driver. That's really good, despite his face being a little bit too, I don't know, I guess bland, whatever. But other than that, it's still a pretty great set. For my number 3 spot, I've chosen the TIE Interceptor with the Death Star and the TIE Fighter pilot. The Death Star obviously being the best part about that set. It may not be a planet, but it's a planet killer, so I guess it counts. I just love the design on the Death Star, all the little detail they put into it. My friend Liam has this one, so I get to get my hands on it, you know what I mean? The TIE Fighter, I guess, is okay. Better than the previous version, it's still not great. I do like that mini model of the TIE Interceptor, though, so, you know, that's pretty good. Next up, I've chosen the Tantive 4 Rebel Trooper and Planet Alderaan. Alderaan, once again, I said it looks like Earth, except this time, instead of, like what we got previously, instead of having more green, we have more blue than green. It looks pretty accurate. I do like the Tantive 4. Even though it's just okay in my opinion, but it's still pretty good. And the Rebel Trooper, in my opinion, being the best part about that set. That's a rare minifigure that we've gotten in barely any sets, and I'd love to see him come in more future sets. And yeah, the only reason why this is number 2 because this one doesn't have an exclusive main figure when the number 1 does. And we're about to get in that one right now. Now, I know I kind of made a mistake over here forgetting about number 4, but at number 4, I've chosen the Snowspeeder and Planet Hawk. I love Planet Hawk and the Snowspeeder. They're actually really good. I just love that that printed piece on the Snowspeeder and Hawk with the blue and white. It just looks very beautiful. And I love the new Snowspeeder pilot you get. He has just so much more detail and looks so much better than how I did before with the printed legs and the new printed torso piece. So let's go on to number 1 finally. Lastly, up at number 1, I've chosen Robot with Dagobah and the Cloud City Twin Pod. Now, this is the only time we've ever gotten Robot, which is the main selling point of the set in my opinion. I do love the printing on the back, although I would have preferred a more bald head mixed with that thing on the back of his head, but it still looks good. I love his face, and I hope they remake that maybe for some time. As good as that minifigure was, I'd love to see even a better version of it. And I love the Twin Pod Cloud car. It looks very accurate, it looks very nice, and Cloud City looks very good despite being a big tan ball. So that's my number 1 choice. Definitely a great set. What are your favorite LEGO Star Wars Planet sets? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.